Well, good morning. Welcome to my channel. This is Tracy Gets Healthy. Hopefully you can hear me over the TV. I'm watching Tom and Jerry. Don't ask me why. That's just my little comment factor. I'm coming to you with an update about my TTC journey. If you don't know what TTC means, it's trying to conceive. I look really rough. I'm in Maryland. Things are still closed in my area. So it's hard to go get my eyebrows done. You see my nails are not done. My hair is going to get done this month. That's the perks of having sister locks. But anyway, back to the story. My highest weight on records, I was 280 pounds. As of today, I flip-flop between weights. My lowest weight on record was 170 pounds. As of right now, I am between 177 and 183. I don't know why I keep being stuck there. I've been stuck here for a while. And the reason why I say stuck is because if I go on straight liquid, don't eat no solid food, I will go like this and I will lose that weight. The minute I incorporate solid food back into my diet, I put on a couple pounds. So I have to learn how to balance between working out, being active, and also eating right at the same time because I'm trying to conceive. So, excuse me. That's embarrassing. I just ate breakfast. I just lived in the kitchen and literally took maybe 5 bites or less of my food, and then that was it. I just didn't have the urge to continue to eat, but I gulped down my orange juice, but I still have food on my plate. Just don't have an appetite like that. Anyhow, just to get you guys caught up, I had weight loss surgery about 4.5 years ago. And right now, when I first had surgery back in 2016, I ended up getting pregnant like 7 to 8 months after my surgery. It ended in a miscarriage, and I was scared to try again. I'm not gonna lie. It put me in a shell shock mentality where I didn't want to deal with it again. So I put that on the back burner, on hold. And then in 2018, I got married. And next month will be my 2-year anniversary, and I'm still not pregnant. It took me a long time to actually swallow my pride and actually go to see a fertility specialist. I didn't want to. I feel like my body should do what it needs to do on its own. I shouldn't need help. I'm a woman. I did it before. Why can't I do it again? So, I talked to my sister who is in Germany, and we talked. She has 2 kids. And she said to me that if I needed her to carry my babies, she would. But I need to find out what was going on with my health in general. I have a best friend also who said the same thing. If they need me to carry if I need them to carry my babies for me, they would. So it was really hard because I'm a pride person. I like to be in control of everything. So I swallowed. And when I say swallowed, I mean I almost broke down in the doctor's office, in the reproductive endocrinologist's office, in tears. But I made it through the ordeal with my husband. We had to do a semen analysis test, HSG test, to see what was going on with both of us. Now, my first HSG test I did, it came back stating that both of my tubes were blocked. But it was very painful. It was a very painful experience for me because what they do is they put you up like you're in a doctor's office, but you're really up there. And then they pump iodine into your uterus, and it's supposed to trickle down into your tubes. First time I did it, I took 600 milligrams of Tylenol. No, 650, the highest doses of Tylenol over the counter. I took 2 of those. So you're talking about almost 1,300 milligrams of Tylenol. and I have a high pain tolerance, and just taking that alone didn't do anything for me. I was still in pain. I tried to grab my stomach. They was like, you can't do that, ma'am. You can't do that. It was uncomfortable. I don't know if that's the reason why they couldn't tell the first go around. So first go around, I wasn't able to get a good result. They told me that my tubes were blocked. I was devastated. My husband's first semen analysis came back really bad, so I was also devastated about that. We both had to redo our tests. He had to redo his, came out better this time. I had to redo mine. So when I had to redo it the second time, they gave me medication, and when they gave me medication, that helped. And when that helped, I ended up getting way better. Well, I wouldn't say way better, but I got a better results than I was anticipating, because I try to be positive throughout the ordeal and positive going in. So when I did go in, I mentioned it was just, I had to swallow my pride throughout every phase or every process. So when I went in, I said something positive is going to happen this time. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I went in and then redid the test, because the doctor was saying that, you're 32, you're still young. You shouldn't have this issue, but let's try and see again. So we did. And when I did, I ended up finding out that my my left tube is open. But for some reason, the right one is not. So, not sure why. So now I'm got on my medication. I got my Clomid, 15 milligrams. I'm supposed to take that for 5 days. And I got my progesterone. I'm supposed to take that right after implantation for, I don't remember how long they told me, but I know I have to follow a strict regimen. And then I know on day 3, after I start my cycle, then I have to go in for an ultrasound. And then they'll let me know that specific day to start for Clomid. And then on day 11 of my cycle, which I don't know when that will be. I still am confused by this whole cycle stuff. I'm still learning. But by day 11 of my cycle, I'm supposed to go back in so they can check my follicles, my ovaries to see. Oh, let me back up. I'm sorry. When I went in and did all my tests and stuff, ultrasound, they said they saw all the follicles on the left side. They couldn't really see my right ovaries. So when they said my left tube was the one that was open, I was really excited, because that's where they saw all the activities. So after I take the Clomid, and then on day 11 of my cycle, I go back in to check to see how my follicles are measuring. I think they have to be between 18 and 20 millimeters. And then if there's 2, that's great. If there's anything past 3 or 4, then they will cancel. They won't do it, because then they said I become really high risk, and that would be considered for multiples. So after I do the ultrasound, they'll give me to go ahead and say, hey, go ahead and take the Ovidrel tonight, which is an injection I have to inject in my stomach. And then once I do that, then we go in for the IUI. So right now, it's just a set-in waiting game for everything to start the course. So it's kind of hard, because when you go through this phase in your life, or this process in your life, you never think that there are millions of women out there just like you. You always feel alone. For me, it was always like, okay, when you want something, that's when you have to fight your hardest. But when you don't care or don't want it, it just falls into your lap. Congratulations to everyone out there who are trying and who has successful, and those who are still trying and still being strong and being hopeful. We got this. I've also told myself I'm giving myself, hopefully the first one works, but I've given myself at least 2 tries of the IUI before I move on to IVF, because my doctor, he recommends the IVF because he says it's 50-60% more higher chances to get pregnant, as in with the IUI it's like 8-12%, so it's way lower, because an average woman in my age that gets pregnant on her own is 22%. So it's like you just pray for the best. Through this ordeal, I think I've been a little bit more positive this time than I have been ever. So I'm just praying and trying to keep my positive vibe throughout the whole process, because it's not easy. It's times I just want to break down and cry and say, why me? But then there are times when I'm like, I can do this, it's gonna happen. It's hard, it's not easy. Like I followed this young lady. Well, I don't follow her, but I watch her videos of how optimistic she is, of keep trying and hoping. I think her name is Chasing Butterflies, and it makes my heart smile, because even though she might not be anywhere close to her goal, she's so optimistic. She always smiling, always cheerful, always encouraging herself and others, and I really like that. Infertility, I don't know what's going on with the younger generation, and I mean our age group. Like, I'm in my 30s, my early 30s, and I'm going through this. Like, I never thought when I was 15, 16, oh, when I get 30, I wouldn't be a mom by then, or when I do get in my 30s, because I did not want kids in my 30s. I wanted my kids in my 20s. But I was like, when I never thought I would have this much problem to get pregnant. I don't think anyone, my mother never did, my aunts never did. I don't really know much about my dad's side, but I don't know, it was just never this hard. So to be 32 and dealing with infertility, it kind of sucks. I'm the oldest female grandchild, and I don't have a kid yet. My youngest cousin have kids before me, so not trying to compare us, but I'm just saying, like, it's been 2 years now, and it's time. I always try to give myself as much support as I can and as much love as I can, because this is a very tough process. I never thought I'd have to go through it. I never wanted to go through it. I want to say out of all my girlfriends, I'm the only one that doesn't have a child. Everybody else have kids. So last year I've been to like 3 or 4 baby showers, and it was very hard. The last one I went to was in November, and it was good. It's really good. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the food, the festivities. It was really nice. I'm just ready. It's already halfway through the year, and I'm just trying to keep this positive vibe going. Even though inside I'm screaming and yelling and crying. But I'm trying. It's not easy to come on here and put your life out there for the world to see, because people are going to judge or make their assumption of things. I thought having gastric bypass surgery would have cured everything. And, losing the weight, becoming healthy, and being able to go, poof, you're pregnant. But it just didn't work that way. I don't know what caused my tubes to be blocked. And sometime in the back of my mind, I feared that it got re-blocked, although it was open. But I'm gonna be faithful. I'm gonna keep praying, keep hoping that this month is my month. This cycle is my cycle to become a mom. I would love to be pregnant before my birthday. My birthday is in 6 months. That's just how I feel. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up much longer. That's just my introduction of my trying to conceive journey. I'm just waiting right now for my period to start. Once my period starts, then I can go through the cycle. And I'm praying that it just takes one. Just one. The reason why I didn't do IVF is because I got really scared. I already have hormonal problems. I have prolactin problems, which is like a gland in my brain that produce milk in your body. But I'm not pregnant, so my body shouldn't be producing it. So I have to take a medication called gabapentin for it. I also have to take vitamin D 50,000 units because my vitamin D is very low. I also have psoriatic arthritis. So I take Humira. I took my last dose. I wouldn't say my last. I took my dosage last month. And I told them I'm going to hold off because my rheumatologist told me I can hold off until I get pregnant because summertime is the best time to get pregnant for me, not winter. Although I'm going to have a mixture of both. So, what else? I've been taking my prenatal vitamins for a while now. I can't remember when I started. And I also take CoQ10 over the counter because the doctor said that was good and okay. And I try to take folic acid also. Just to aid. And I'm trying to eat more healthy. Like, I made scrambled eggs this morning. I put some spinach and some tomatoes in it. I try to eat healthy but small portions still. I've cut out alcohol, so no wine. I've cut out carbs because I'm trying not to drink so much carbs. Eat so much carbs. I'm doing a lot of salads, fruits, vegetables. Trying to intake my water, coconut water, and so forth. Just, I exercise. I go walking. I do yoga. I do stretches. That's what I'm on right now. So, if you have any comments or encouragement or props, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Keep you guys posted once I know how everything's going. And once I'm pregnant, I don't know if I'll be able to do the week for week thing. The only reason why I say that is because I work nights at the hospital. So I'll try to update you guys as much as possible once I am pregnant. And I'll try to see if I can bring you guys to some appointments. Can't guarantee because of the COVID-19 thing. But I will definitely keep you guys posted. So please, 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 please keep me in your prayer. And pray for me. And I love you guys. And I'll pray for y'all as well. Alright, thank you. Peace, love, and blessing.